When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Houston's offense will take the first swing of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Sanford. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Quegman. Got it in the middle. It's Sanford. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Sanford. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tight end now in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Great job by the back on the option.
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Georgia Southern's offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And this offense comes out 1st down, tries to run the football, no answer. 2nd down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to throw. It's Helton. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Georgia Southern in a hurry. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the outside. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Here's the pressure. Caught on the outside. It's Ware. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the option. He'll toss it. Nice move there. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice jump game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The pass on 1st down was completed via the screen. Gain of 9.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Takes a handoff. It's Sanford. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Makes the grab on the left. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that...
Touchdown, Houston. Hello. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out. It's Murphy. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Lets it fly. And they will score. Touchdown, Cougars. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Well, the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
A little release to the back. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Scanning the field, it's Helton. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So they're pinning their ears back. They're bringing pressure. This offense, they have to do a better job, man. You got to protect your QB. Give him some time if you want to get back in this ball.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Houston has it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulane delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in New Orleans. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the American. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They opened up this drive getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Here's the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Here on 3rd down.
42 Spider. 4-2.
He'll pull it on the read. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Complete to the left. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Helton. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Not one, not two, but 3 sacks in a row. This defense is swarming all over the place. Hey, offense, you might want to change something up.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting. Position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Brings up second down.
Now they'll run the draw. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
35. Georgia Southern, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Murphy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Helton. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this